Welcome to Anti Chats and Tarot. We are talking to Aquarius. Aquarius, welcome in. Come join me. Let's get to your message. Remember, not everything's going to resonate, so take what does and leave the rest. And also, I want to thank everybody who supported this channel. Thank you so much. Get into your message here and see what all we're talking about. Let me know in the comments what you want to hear. Collectively, Aquarius, what is bothering you? What are you asking yourself? What would you like more clarity on? We'll take a look at it. Here we go. Messages for Aquarius. I'm going to grab a charm. Being directed to charm here. 3 come out. The moon, half moon. Okay, a lot of emotions here. Key. We'll find out more what that's representing. And child. Something emotional that's happened in the past, maybe when you were a child. But what's the key here? Let's find out. You've got the Ace of Pentacles here to start out the read. That's about new beginnings. Messages for Aquarius. It started to rain pretty heavy as we started this read. That's interesting. Heavy rain. 5 of Swords is here. Making changes. Something about changes might be the key. Looking at self-improvements. The Hierophant comes out in the reverse. Looking at life in a different way. Maybe you haven't looked at it this way. As you do some self-improving here. You want a brand new beginning. Five of Wands. It comes in the reverse. Yeah, there's something here that has been chaotic in the past. You want something completely different for yourself. It is requiring you to look at life in a different way. Doing a lot of self-improvement, self-review. Looking at something from a different angle. Looking at how you're going to move forward, but this is like out of the box for you, thinking. Okay, interesting. 3 of Swords is here and 10 of Swords because something has ended. Something is emotional here. Something from your past. Childhood woundings. Oh, okay. I'm hearing now you're going to do it differently with your kids. Okay. Yeah, and you've been reviewing that. Maybe you have children on the way. Maybe you have small children. Maybe you have teenagers. You know, maybe you have adult children and you're saying, look, at this stage in the game, my parents kind of were like, you're on your own now, and I don't want to be like that. Or something you're changing up that's it's different from what's been done in your family before. It's that thinking outside of the box approach. You know, it's that Ring of Fire type energy. Ring of Fire. And the Knight of Swords, it flipped out and it was very dynamic. And that makes sense because the Knight of Swords is all about truths and going after something boldly here. Bold truths. Maybe you're talking to your parental units and talking bold truths, then turning around and doing something different with your family, with your children. More messages for Aquarius. I'm hearing you are determined. That would be the Knight of Swords as well. I'm determined to make a difference here, to make a change here. This could even be, I don't get so much that it's ancestral wounds or, you know, blocking curses or alchemizing the energy of that. It's more like being aware. You know, sometimes it's like you're saying, sometimes in our family, we just do what's always been done, but we don't think it through. Is this the way that we really should be doing things? Does this serve the next generation? Who serves the next generation? That type of energy. The hangman is in the reverse here. So yeah, you've asked these questions. You thought this through. It's a course that you were on just simply out of habit, and now you're asking, does this serve my children? Does this serve the next generation? Is this, maybe you're an aunt or an uncle, does this serve the next generation? Or do we need to rework this a little bit? Let's give it some thought. One moment, please. Okay, thank you for your patience through that pause. Here we go. Aquarius, we're talking about new ideas. Yeah, that ring of fire energy. How are things playing out for the next generation? Is this the way we want it to play out? Is this the way I want it to play out? And maybe talking to the generation that raised you as well. Starting dialogues here. Could be something about childhood woundings. Although I'm getting more just, evaluating that. And we can do better. And let's do that better for the next generation, for the children. The Wheel of Fortune, this is happening now. Timing is very key with the Wheel of Fortune. Talks about the here and the now. The wheel turns. You're in the realm of good fortune, good luck. A lot of spiritual healing has happened here for you, with you and your parents, as well as what you'll give to your children, your nieces and your nephews, something along those lines. A lot of spiritual growth here. A lot of toxic traditions that you're just saying, no. We weren't really paying attention, or we were too busy. And why were we too busy to not be paying attention to this? It was a different time. Some of the sentences are starting out like this. But, in the here and the now, in the Wheel of Fortune, let's change things. Let's do it now. Okay, let's be the difference now. The Fool, let's take that leap. Let's make the change. More messages for our Aquarius. And I think that's the key that we saw in the charms. And it is emotional because it does have to do with, your formidable years, your growing up, and how you impact the next generation's formidable years. Okay? You're determined to impact them. Five of Pentacles. There was something lacking here that you didn't receive. You're giving that to the next generation. Kudos to you. Absolutely. Huge. Huge, 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 huge. Sometimes it's very hard to sit back and say, look, is this how I want to be treated? Just because this is the way I was treated? Is this how someone else should be treated? Now, let's just take a review of this. And so I think Spirit is just saying, good on you for taking the time to look at this closer. Our traditions, because it's just how it's always been, the way it should always be, it's some sort of questioning. Let's get an oracle or two out here. The Yang, yeah, you're taking action. I like how everything's just... The message keeps coming out very clearly. You're taking action. Yang is all about the masculine energy that we all possess, and it's the taking action. You just go after it. You took action in how you thought about this, and you're taking action with how you're going to impact others, I'm hearing. And this does have to do, too, with helping others with what they want to achieve in life. So good for you. That's wonderful. Helping them figure that out financially, figure that out, emotionally. What are those key aspects to their life that they want to be pursuing? Observer. And while also being in action, you've done a lot of observing. How was I treated? How would I like to be treated? Oh, and look how the half moon here is repeated. This is all about emotions, the half moon. It can be what you don't see to the moon. But in this case, I feel like it's saying, I took a lot of time here to think about what it is I wasn't seeing. Now I'm very aware of, a good percentage of that. And I'm not going to be persuaded into this sly type of energy that's just do unto others as it's always been done, something like that. It's more of a do unto others as I would have liked to have been done. in the same position, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 30 years ago, 50 years ago. All that glitters isn't always gold. We know that. I'm going to read a little bit more about that. Just because it's always been done doesn't mean it should continue to be done. That's the energy I'm feeling of this card. Let's read a little bit further. I need to see beyond the superficial. The way it's always been done is the way we always do it. We don't question these things. Well, of course, yeah, I think we should. That's kind of where you're coming from. The desire to don a mask or dress something up to disguise its true nature. Yeah, maybe each generation gives themselves a pat on the back for how they've handled something, and they really should be putting in more effort, something like that. Trying to be something you're not, chasing after every sparkly new thing. Adorning yourself in trinkets. If it's sparkling, is it better? Whether it's a fast car, a big house, a title or position, the stamp of authority, or the sparkling of diamonds. These icons let you know something about a person, place, or thing. Or do they? The truth is that people seek to acquire things because of what they will do for them and how they symbolically will elevate them and make them more attractive. It's time to see beyond these adornments and probe underneath the surface. Learn to recognize the masks people wear and the motives underlying them. Imagine that all that glitters is gone. Would you still desire the object or person? Yeah. And your energy is all over this with, let's be authentic here and let's really provide some, I'm hearing help, assistance, future. Let's really provide a future for these kids, for these young adults. Flexible. Let's hear, okay, I'm hearing this is all about, let's hear from them. What do they want? How do we help them? Let's get on their level and listen to them. What are they needing right now? It's not what's happened in the past here with their family or however you're resonating with this, where we tell them, okay, now the next phase of your life looks like this. Now the next phase of your life is this. It's more of a, let's pull back. What do they want to see happen now? Let's invest in them. Let's invest in, we've poured into these kids. Now they're young adults, something like that. Let's say in our actions and our words, hey, we trust you. You tell us where you're going. And then let's assist them there. Still guiding, you can't have all the answers when you're young. There's a lot of confusion, but there's a more of a flexible energy here with the helping through the maze of life. Because they're starting a brand new phase. It's a birth of a brand new phase for who we're talking about. By the book. That's really interesting because you were thinking outside of the box with some of these thoughts. Hierophant in the reverse, the ring of fire, new ideas. And now this is saying by the book. It's kind of a push and pull, Yeah, we can sprinkle in, this is what I'm hearing. Whoever I'm resonating with here, or maybe a few of you here. We can sprinkle in the by the book, the foundation we've always had, but let's also go at this with the ring of fire, the new ideas. And what our audience is wanting to see for their life too. Let's listen more. Traditions are good. By the book talks about that, proven traditions over thousands of years. But I think you're saying, hey, let's not just turn this on its head, but let's improve this a little bit. Tradition can be improved upon. In this case, not for you. Interesting. Not for you. I'm going to pull a card on that. Because this obviously talks about what's not for you. The fortune cookie, the future, the strategies. Are they someone else's? Future strategies, future for you, here with the fortune cookie. Is it somebody else's fortune? This is what I initially get out of this card. Or is it this young graduate going on to college, or a young graduate going into the world, or young graduate going on to first grade, regardless of the age. So not for you. And the Page of Pentacles is out here now. That's all about serendipitous, okay? Serendipitous energy, things come together, light-hearted, magical energy, staying light and staying loose and thinking outside the box, new ideas, ring of fire, definitely ring of fire energy here, and how prosperous that can be as well. So what is this not for you energy? You were that way. These young individuals we're talking about are that way, and you're saying, no, that style is not for you, maybe. You were told this isn't the way. Now we get serious when we get out in the world, when we go to college, when we go to high school, something like that. What's this not for you energy with the Page of Pentacles? Good news. Oh, good news is not for you. Interesting. The Tower here in the reverse. Good news is not for you. It's avoiding a tower. Maybe in your family, it's really, we do see the Five of Pentacles here. It's a feeling of lack. Maybe it's a family that's had very little, and it's like, college isn't for you, or, we are a family that works, and so we're not a family that gets the good news. We're a family that avoids the towers by working hard and going into the workforce. Could be an energy like that. But I feel like you're saying, that you came from, that the generations before you came from. But I feel like you're saying, no. I am gonna flip the script on this for sure, if that's the energy, because it's much more lighthearted and think outside the box. And with that particular energy, I feel like those just fell out kind of as an error. Because there were too many. We'll go again. If this is the intense energy you're feeling, this is something new that I didn't feel earlier on in this read. And I feel like you are just as intense about, no, nobody else is going to feel that. We're going to be a family of manifestors and of abundance. And we're going to have the good news of what other people enjoy. College, tuitions, high school, staying youthful and childlike for as long as we can. This is a different time. This is a different age. And we need to, our mentality about the children and the pressures that they have to endure so early on, that all needs to evolve. The devil, it was toxic. It's toxic. Maybe it wasn't toxic long ago. It was a way of survival, but it's toxic now. We need to spiritually have some growth here and reevaluate this, that we're just not always worker bees, okay? The devil wants us to think we're always in lack, or what do I want to say here? The dark, the shadow always wants us to think, we are dealing with the devil card, but I prefer to say that the shadow side always here in this family is trying to be that of, or, the shadow side tries to tell you, you don't deserve this or that. You're a worker bee. And it's like a strangling, a choking of all your talents. No, you're having none of that. I see none of that. In fact, I think you're, heading up this brigade against this very thing. Six of Swords here. Your family has been, for generations, it's this energy that's been imprinted upon them, this lack, and that, we don't get the good things. We don't ever have the good news. Yeah, Five of Pentacles, again, you get it twice. Okay? But you're saying no. No. I see this much bigger now. And this will change. This energy we've had for so long run through our family is an energy that will change. You're the key. I see that now. The key we saw earlier. You're the key. You're the key to this change. Children get to enjoy play and opportunities. because you're manning the helm now. You've got the Four of Pentacles here. Got the Judgment card. You're placing judgment on this situation. No more. I'm putting an end to it. Queen of Wands. Eight of Cups. Let's get some new energy in here. Let's get some vibrancy in here. We are a talented lot. You know, we are the boss, or, you know, we're the executives of the world, or we're the entrepreneurs of the world. We don't work for people like that. We're changing up the dynamics here and now. I'm placing judgment on this. I'm making the call. We don't scrounge around. We are the leaders. We are that vibrant. We're not going to be put down. The shadow side can look all it wants. It can try and influence all it wants. All it will do is keep its distance from me, and I'll make sure of it. Something like that. We walk away from the shadow that tries to influence, something like that, that tries to nurture with all of its trickery. No, there's no nurturing going on there. And we're aware of that, and we're no longer tricked into thinking that we are a family of lack. Yeah. In fact, I see a lot of fires being lit under very, young people that are going to be influenced by this and influence others and do a lot of great things in their life and grow and hang on to such a grateful sense of who changed up these dynamics. It's going to be very clear to the family at large. Wow, this is a big message. I love it. I really love it. I so often with my messages just try and keep on, to the message and not get too emotional, because it's not for me to dive too deep in, although sometimes I can't help it. It's for you to take it and run with it, that in a way that helps you. But if I were to really sit here a while in this energy, I would be very taken by it. So I think you as the leader here, it's just very commendable what you're doing and how you have, it's not like a generational curse so much as you've just taken the time to think it through. And I feel like you're one of few, if not the only person who's taken that time. It will influence in such a positive, wonderful way future generations in your family. And now we have the Page of Swords. And I know we've talked about the Page of Swords before. That's all about precocious energy, getting out there. And that's what you're inspiring in others. You take the lead now. You be prosperous. You've got all the goods to do anything in life that you want to do. And enjoy all the benefits that life offers. I'm going to grab an angel wish. As we wrap up for Aquarius, our brave, wise Aquarius who's making big moves for others. Your children are the greatest gifts of all. They teach you more than you ever teach them. Isn't that so true? And now you're giving back, I think, with that very sentiment in mind, that I think some children in your life have just really been so significant, helped you so much, taught you so much, been so instrumental in your growth, that now you're giving back. Good for you. I love this. I love this message, Aquarius. I hope you do too. If you like this message and you like this channel, please like, share, subscribe. It really helps the channel to grow. And until next time, let's remember who we are. Let's remember our self-worth. Thank you.